With the pressures of the Cold War and perestroika eroding the foundations of communism, it's apparent to all that the Soviet Empire was collapsing. Perhaps no more symbol is more fitting of its end than the fall of the Berlin Wall. The wave of reform sweeping over the Soviet Union reaches its inevitable climax in the divided city of Berlin. In the 60s, barbed wire, thrown up under the cover of darkness, was reinforced with brick and mortar until it slowly took the austere form of the Berlin Wall. Even the windows facing the west were sealed off. There was to be no crossing over. The world saw that the Soviets meant business when an 18-year-old boy, Peter Fechter, was shot while trying to jump the wall. He bled to death in the no-man's land between East and West. Built during some of the most tense hours of the Cold War, the wall has served as a hot-button issue ever since.
Freedom has many difficulties, and democracy is not perfect. But we have never had to put a wall up to keep our people in, to prevent them from leaving us. All free men, wherever they may live, are citizens of Berlin. And therefore, as a free man, I take pride in the words, Ich bin ein Berliner.
It is not the German question alone that remains open, but the question of freedom for all mankind. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
In the spring of 1989, a chain of events unfolds that will finally reunite the East with West and topple the Great Wall between them. It all starts when border guards in Hungary begin to cut the fences separating Hungary from Austria. West German television broadcasts the event, and the signal carries over into East Berlin. Excited East Berliners realize that this is a way out. Thousands of them apply for travel visas to go to Hungary, but that's not the end of it. It's still illegal to cross the guarded border. But some do manage the dangerous crossing to freedom. People continue to flock to Hungary. By mid-September, the border guards allow 6,000 East Germans to cross into Austria. Excited and desperate, people all over Eastern Europe descend on West German embassies pleading for freedom. At this embassy in Prague, over 3,000 refugees huddle together in the rain, awaiting freedom and asylum. With so many desperate people in one place, the situation is volatile. But on October 1st, the Foreign Minister of West Germany, Hans Genscher, arrives. Speaking to the people from the balcony of the embassy, he tells the expectant crowd that they will be taken to freedom in a matter of hours. These people, trapped in captivity for so long, are beside themselves with joy. Only 2 days later, the embassy is filled to overflowing again. The people cannot be contained. They burst through barricades to freedom. Back in Berlin, the East German government prepares to celebrate its 40th anniversary in the shadow of the historic Brandenburg Gate, once a symbol of the conquered Third Reich, and now a symbol of the locked door between a divided people. Government agents and police hover nearby, while the Socialist Unity Party is called on to show support for their leaders. But it's a display of mock enthusiasm. Nearby, on October the 9th, Berliners begin a protest in the streets that's met with police clubs. By the 16th, a huge protest forms, chanting, "Join us, join us," and the crowd continues to grow. Then, on November 9th, an East German government spokesman at a televised advisory meeting announces that individuals can now travel across the Berlin border without needing to cite any extraordinary circumstances. East Berliners can simply apply for the permit and go across to the west. Disbelieving crowds gather on both sides of the border to find out if this news can be true. An old East German automobile rumbles its way across the border to freedom and into the open arms of jubilant West Berliners. It's true, the border is open. As East meets West again for the first time in decades, the emotion is overpowering. Germany's people are united again. The celebration continues all night long. No one even seems to feel the chilling cold. The gates are open, but now people's attention turns to the wall itself. Tentatively at first, they begin to climb its forbidden heights. They're greeted with a spray of water cannons, but nothing can deter the people now. For them, it's only a playful shower. They revel in their newfound freedom. East Berliners run through the open Brandenburg Gate, now a symbol of unity. It's promptly closed again, but not quite all the way. This woman pleads with the border guards to let her pass through. In all her life, she has never been able to pass through the forbidden ground under the gate. Even the border guards seem to understand that they're on the verge of a new era. The guard personally walks her through the gate, arm in arm. With the light of day, people seem to need to pinch themselves, as if it were all a dream. But the border stays open, and thousands continue to cross over. Devalued East German money will buy them nothing here, so West German banks issue these new arrivals 100 Deutschmarks each. For people who have lived on so little for so long, it's an amazing shopping spree. There's an abundance of food, clothing, and consumer goods, and best of all, no long lines. Willy Brandt, who spoke out in protest at the building of the wall, now speaks to an excited crowd at the wall's demise.
Once again, the people of Berlin are one big family. And without a doubt, within the next few months, the bond between Germans in East and West will be felt more and more.
Helmut Kohl, Chancellor of West Germany, thanks the German people and their allies for never giving up on a unified Germany.
We thank our American, British, and French friends for their support and solidarity. This was of vital importance for the freedom of West Berlin during the past decades. Without their steadfastness, we would not have had the experience we had today.
And in the most profound gesture of all, Berliners take up picks and hammers and begin to tear down the wall. Crowds cheer as demolition crews pull out slabs of the wall on giant cranes. They take chunks of it off as souvenirs of a past that is happily all but behind them. On December 22nd, the media descends on the Brandenburg Gate for its official opening. Crowds of people wait in the rain, giddy with the anticipation of the opening of the gate and the official unity of the German capital. When it finally happens, people run between its columns, ecstatically celebrating the moment. Legendary conductor Leonard Bernstein puts on a free concert for an early Christmas celebration. Fireworks explode around the city, and the world watches a momentous reunification of Berliners.